Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Yoga with Anna here, your Self Care Doula. Our midweek reset. Welcome, and thank you for tuning in or watching the recording later. So, Sandy couldn't be with us today, technical difficulties, but all good here with me. And sending love to Sandy and sending love to all of our PCS&M group. So let's talk about events. So it's hump day, and so tonight you have the option of signing up, RSVPing for Matt's midweek vibe check. That is breathwork and sound healing combined, which is wonderful. Thank you, Matt, for facilitating that. That's at 7 tonight. 6:30 to 8:30. It starts, and please RSVP. And then Soul Saturday is this Saturday, 12 to 3, as always, each Saturday. And we have DJ Pollinate. Yeah, DJ Pollinate. Again, Soul Saturday, 12 to 3. So if you need to commune, come in on Saturday and meet with us and hang out with us and listen to some awesome music and raise the vibe. So I skipped this Friday because this Friday we might take a pause, but stay tuned because we may not. So for now, we're paused on Friday, but keep on the lookout for the events because that might change. So for now, we're here on our mats and the vibe is a little different. And you know how we do here, we are real and we have a lot of stuff going on. And when there's a lot of stuff going on outside of our lives that is out of our control, our minds begin to get really, really busy, and in not such the greatest way, sometimes our mind shifts into fear. So I had my gentle yoga class this morning, and I walked into the space, and usually it's buzzing and, people are talking, and I walked in and it was complete silence. And one of the things that I do as a yoga therapist is I always ask my classes, how's everyone feeling? Because to me, it's very important to know how my students feel, how my clients feel. And that really gears up the vibe for the class. So when I asked that, there was also complete silence. So I wanted to bring in the fact that a lot of the vibration changes fast. And so these practices become even more important. I always say anchor into your practice when you begin to feel, or anchor into your practice anyway, because your practice will always be there for you. Yoga is always there for you. Your breath work is always there for you, because these practices empower you to use the tools that we share with you when you come into these places of uncertainty, fear, sadness, and we're feeling a lot in the collective. So that's what's happening. So remember, let me unsit on my sweater. We are in this place where we're feeling it as a collective. So that's really important. And the practices begin with us. When we shift our vibration, it's a ripple effect. And that's what I tell my students. Find your ease through your practice. Ground yourself and center yourself. Another thing that you can do is limit how much social media. We're getting really bombarded from all aspects. So we never really thought of technology being like a bombardment, because I don't think that we've ever really experienced such a shift like we have been experiencing recently. So all of a sudden, we feel like we're being bombarded by all this information, and we're really not designed to receive all of that. Again, these practices help us tune out, not forget or not be part of what's happening. But in order for us to regulate our nervous systems, which is what I'm getting to here, we need to tune out and give yourself breaks, or be very selective of what you engage with. So I have offered bees breath, which is a way to close, the eyesight, the hearing, and sense the vibration of your voice, your breath. That is a breath. This morning's class, I shifted them with box breath, because that's a breath that is very simple and that most people can do. And remember, box is a count of 4 inhale, count of 4 exhale, count of 4 inhale, count of 4 exhale. So you visualize a box and you inhale, and make sure you pause at that inhale, and then exhale and pause at the bottom of the breath, and then inhale, same pause, and then exhale. So that's also a breath you can do. So I'm just giving you the reminders of the breaths that we've practiced here to help regulate our nervous systems. And that's why we are here. So I am here to help you regulate your nervous systems, because this is important now than ever. Learning to regulate your nervous systems gives you the power to shift into a higher vibration yourself. So ground into these practices. All right, so we're looking for ease and tapping into our joys, because it's important to tap into the joy of the vibration of joy to uplift our vibration. So let's start seated and feel very tall in our spine, and begin to settle the breath. So wherever you are, whether you're in bed or lying down or in a chair or seated on a mat, take a moment to settle your body any way that's comfortable for you. Relax the hands anywhere that's comfortable for you. And come into your breath awareness. As we shift into breath awareness, I invite you to soften your gaze or close your eyes. Begin to notice how you're breathing. Feel tall in your spine. And let's shift into box breath together. So before we shift into that, as you come into the natural rhythm of your breath, I'm going to invite you again to come into your intention. Remembering that it is intentions that drive our actions. And it's these intentions we carry through our practice and take with us into our day-to-day lives. While we're here, I will remind you that we are also doing the work within ourselves. And in return, this work ripples into the collective. So wherever you are, we're sending love, we're sending strength, we're sending courage, unity, and wisdom. We have arrived into this present moment. We'll begin box breathing, taking a nice deep breath in to the count of 4, pausing at the top of the breath, and exhaling at the count of 4, pausing at the end of that breath, inhaling to 4, pausing and exhaling to 4. Inhale, pause, and exhale. So find your rhythm, counting to 4, inhaling, pausing, exhaling, pausing. And if at any time you feel you need to shift, feel free to move and come back to your breath. So there's no wrong way to do this. It's really just all about letting the breath flow at a rhythm, at an equal rhythm. And slowing the breath down. So you can do this with your eyes open or closed. And then after a few moments, you will begin to feel your nervous system shift. Your mind begins to calm. And then we come together here at the present moment on our mats together. Do 2 more cycles of full box breath. And then begin to deepen the breath. This time, let the exhale go to 6. Inhale to 4. Exhale 6. Inhale 4. Exhale to 6. And then come back to the natural rhythm of your breath. Gently roll the shoulders back and down, lengthen through the crown. And you can begin to open your eyes unless your eyes are open already. Another breath I would like to remind you of is alternate nostril breathing, which is also a wonderful breath. It's called Nadi Shodhana. Nadi Shodhana. And again, that's alternate nostril breathing. And we've done that here before. So we will maybe do that at the end of our practice, just to see where we are. So let's stand up. And come into our mountain pose. Settle into your feet comfortably, and they can be hip distance apart. Arms by your side, lengthen through the crown, tone the legs, pulling up on the quads, Navel pulls in and up. Shoulders draw towards the ears, and then roll the shoulders back and down. Reach those hands towards the earth. Feel the ease in your body. Feel the strength and the courage in it. Feel the joy of your heart. And if you're not quite feeling that, what I'd like to invite you to at this moment is to think of something that brings you joy. Something that fills your heart. The smile of your child or your grandchild, looking into their eyes, or your significant other. An event that brought you complete joy. And then take a moment to smile. Lift the corners of your mouth up, which is really good for you, and smile. On the next breath, take a nice deep breath and let's lift the arms up and stretch up out of our hips, reach up towards the sky. On the exhale, after you take that nice inhale, we're going to float the arms down slowly. Inhale, lift them back up. You can take a peek up at the palms if you'd like, and then exhale, float the arms down. Roll the shoulders. So now we're loosening up all those muscles in the neck area where our vagus nerves lie. So when we're in constant stress, our digestive system will be affected. So roll the shoulders back and forth, forward and back. And then let's bring our hands to that area right between the shoulders and the neck and squeeze. So when we carry a lot of stress in the body will manifest in different ways. But if you're feeling stress, you might get tight shoulders, a tight neck. You might get tightness elsewhere, tight hips. You may get pain in certain areas. So start to squeeze and massage your shoulders a little bit, just this area right here. And then when you're ready, taking the two fingers and bringing them behind your ears and gently drawing those fingers down, following the muscle down towards the shoulders, down at the bottom of the neck. And then bring the fingers back up and gently draw those fingers down. So you can always do this anytime. Release the jaw, just make sure that it's hanging loosely. And then take a moment to grab onto your earlobes and gently draw the earlobes down. So you can shift the grasp of the earlobes a little higher and breathe. All right, take a nice deep breath in, release the arms. Reach up and reach up high, get out of those hips and reach, stretch out of those hips. And then from here, flip the palms out, reach behind you, interlace the fingers, and reach those hands down towards the heels. Take the gaze up, tone the legs. Pull the navel in. And then bring the gaze back to center, release, arms come back up. And gently lower them. Come back to your mountain pose. Draw those shoulders down. All right, so take that left ear to left shoulder. And then take the right ear to right shoulder. And then come back to center. Take the arms back up on the in-breath. On the exhale, pressing everything away, we're going to reach behind us. This time we're reaching for the elbows or forearms, wherever the hands land. So wherever they land. Now we're going to take that left ear to left shoulder again. And then gently shift your arms towards the right side. Everything comes back to center, and take the right ear to right shoulder. And then gently shift the arms to the left side. So if this isn't accessible, you can always just draw your arms back or interlace the fingers or do what's comfortable for you. Come back to center and release the arms. Then the arms are going to come up and you're going to reach for the elbows. Draw those elbows back as far as you can. And then release, lower the arms, roll the shoulders again. So all of this is loosening up the neck and the shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in again. Arms reach up. Exhale, float the arms shoulder height and face the palms forward. On the inhale, gently bring the arms forward, opening up the backs of the shoulders. Maybe the palms reach and touch each other. Exhale, open up. Come back to that T position with the arms. Inhale, a gentle rounding of the spine, soft bend in the knees. Exhale, reach back out. Inhale, little rounding in. Exhale, reach back out. And then float the arms down. All right, so coming back to, let's come to the top of the mat. And we begin coming back to that mountain pose. On the inhale, we're going to reach up. Take a look at the palms, gently reach back, tone the legs. Exhale, swan dive down for your forward fold. Slowly, slowly, slowly. First forward fold. And you can separate the feet if you'd like. And lower the head. Nice deep breaths. Allowing the upper body to feel heavy and heavier and heavier. Letting the arms dangle, or maybe taking elbow to elbow in your hands and then taking a sway. Or just let the arms dangle. So you're releasing the neck and the shoulders. Taking a sway of the body. Soft bend in the knees, or bend the knees as much as it feels good. So if you want to bend the knees deeply and take the torso onto the thighs, you can. And then you can also press the knees back if you've deeply bent them, and then lower the head down to come into a deeper forward fold. Gentle roll all the way up. Inhale, press the feet in, slowly roll up. Arms come up. Tap the hands. Exhale, flip the palms, swan dive down for your forward fold. Bend into one knee and then the other. Shifting the hips side to side. Take the palms to the shins to lengthen for a half lift. A nice deep breath in. And then exhale, forward fold. Plant the palms and let both feet step back. Drop the knees and shift the hips back. And then gently lift the body back up. Find yourself in tabletop. So stack your hips over the knees, shoulders over the wrists, and up to you if you want to curl the toes under or leave the feet flat. I feel like curling my toes under, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, so from here, Let's cat-cow together. On the inhale, you're going to take the gaze up and tilt the tail. Pull the navel in so you feel that stretch in the front side body. On the exhale, chin moves towards the chest. Pull the navel in and tuck in. Or find your neutral spine. So do what feels good to your body. If it doesn't feel good rounding all the way in, find your neutral spine, which is right here. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round in. Continue for a few more breaths. Last one. And then find yourself neutral spine, tabletop. Circle the hips once you're there. Both directions. All right, from here, let's extend that right leg, ground the toes, press into the heel. Lift the leg, point the toes down, and bend the knee. Circle the hip. You can make small circles or big circles. And if this is too intense for your wrists, you can even do this on your forearms. So do what works for you. Or you can do this in a chair. All right, so I'm going to reset myself, and then leg is in the air. Sole of the foot is pointing up towards the sky, knee is bent, and we're going to take the sole of the foot and press it up towards the sky 3 times. 3. And then we're going to bring that knee into chest and then swing it back up towards the sky. Bring it in into chest. Swing it back up. And one more. And then extend back and press the toes into the earth. Press through the heel. And if you want to extend the arms and take a bow here, you can. And then walk your hands back underneath the shoulders. Bring that leg back and shift side to side. Circle the hips. Just to reset. Left leg extends, toes point down, ground the toes. Lean into that heel. Feel it in the calf. Lift the leg up, toes point down, bend the knee. And then we're going to gently pump the leg towards the sky 3 times. And then circle the hip. Both directions. And then bring that leg back up, knee bent, sole to the sky, and then bring that knee in towards the chest, and then swing it back up towards the sky, bring it into chest. One more. And extend the leg, toes point down, ground the toes. Again, if you want to take that bow, you can. And then walk the hands back and bring that leg back. Shift side to side, circles with the hips. All right. So let's come into a child's pose. Let's take the knees wide. Let the toes touch, shift the hips back, and melt the heart towards the thighs. This is also going to calm the nervous system. So if your head's hanging or you feel like you're up here, that's okay. You can also bring a block and support the forehead any way that's comfortable for you. You can use a pillow, a bolster. And then let's take a moment here to rest the head on its left side. As you breathe, feel the abdomen expand. Feel the back rib cage expand. And then shift to the other side. So take the right temple to the mat. Nice deep breaths. And then bring the head back to center. Extend the arms forward, tent the fingers, reach the wrist towards the top of the mat. Shift the hips back. Lift the gaze, melt the heart towards the mat, and then walk the hands back towards the knees. Bring the knees hip distance apart and come back to your tabletop. All right, from here, a few cat-cows just to get back into the spine. And then maybe gazing over one shoulder and then the other. And then come back to center. Let's curl the toes under and come into our down dog. So we're going to lift those knees up, lift the hips up, press the heart towards the thighs. Pull the navel in, walk your dog, and then walk your feet to meet your hands, forward fold, top of the mat. Gently roll all the way up. Inhale slowly. Extend the arms. Arms come up parallel to the ears, and then take that right hand to the left wrist. On the next breath, inhale and lengthen on that left side and arch over to the right side. Press the left hips away. Inhale, come back to center and switch. Lengthen on that right side. As you inhale, arch over to the left side. Press the right hips away. And then come back to center. Release the arms, gentle swan dive down. Soft bend in the knees. Forward fold. Inhale, hands on the shins to lengthen. Exhale, let's plant the palms and step both feet back and drop the knees. Here we are in a modified plank. Of course, you could do full plank if that's in your practice and you want to do that, and do a half push-up, or on the knees, half push-up, and come back, bring the hips back, and then sweep forward, tuck the elbows, come to an up dog. Press to your down dog. And walk the feet to meet the hands, forward fold. Inhale, hands on the shins for your half lift, and then root to rise, come all the way up. Let your palms touch. This time, palms come to heart. So just take a moment here just to observe how you're feeling. Tone the legs. Inhale, reach back up. Reach back for a little back bend. And then palms together, bend the knees, forward fold. Find the ease and the joy in your movement. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Right foot's going to step back. Take that low lunge. So option here to drop the knee or take the lunge. Remember, you got your blocks. You can use your blocks to lift the body up. Gaze forward. And then drop the knee down. Walk that leg back a little bit further so you're really getting a stretch between in those hip flexors. And then what we're going to do is we're going to gently lift that back leg and lower. Inhale, lift and lower. Lift and hold. Get that quad stretch. Of course, if it's in your practice, you can reach back and catch the foot. Okay. So you can take the gaze back if you want. Get a nice stretch in the neck on the right side. And then release. And then shift the hips back. Take a half split. Stay nice and lifted through the heart. Bring the foot to the heel and shift that left hip back. And then shift forward. And you can, if you're comfortable with your back leg where it is, you can leave it there, or you can scoot it forward. Plant that right palm and inhale that left arm up. Nice deep breaths. And then lower. This time we're going to curl the toes under, lift that back knee, and we're going to do the same thing. So this takes it a little bit more deeply, or you can ground that knee, rotate that left rib cage, reach back and lower. Extend that front leg, tuck the chin, and take the forehead towards the knee. If it's not touching, that's okay. You can bend the knee to make contact with the forehead. If you have contact, try to push the knee away. Sorry, that mic's probably rubbing against my skin. All right. Nice deep breath. Lift the gaze. Shift it forward so you're back in your lunge. Ground both palms or take your blocks and bring that left foot back. You can drop the knees, do a half push-up here, and shift the hips back. Inhale, shift it forward, sweep forward for that up dog. Press to your down dog. And walk your feet. And then walk your feet to meet your hands, forward fold. Roll all the way up. Arms come up. Let's sit in our chair. Gaze forward. Heart lifted, navel pulled in. Shift the weight to the heels. Stay nice and lifted and sit a little lower. Hands come to the heart. Nice deep breath in and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands on the shins. Exhale, plant the palms. Left foot's going to step back and take your lunge. So again, knee can be grounded or lifted. Breathing. And then we're going to drop the knee, ground that left palm, and open up to the right side. One more breath, and then lower. And then lift that back knee, and lift that right arm. Rotate that left rib cage up to the sky. Reach up and back, strong back leg, and then lower down. Lower that back knee down, shift the hips back, and come to your half split. Draw that right hip back, lengthen through the crown, and if you want, you can take a bow here too. All right, so shift it forward. We're back in that lunge. Lift that back leg to give yourself that quad stretch. Let's lift it 3 times. And I'm going to keep mine in the air so I can reach back and even out and take that quad stretch. Release. All right, so from here, ground those palms, bring that front foot back, and drop the knees. A little half push-up, elbows tucked, shift the hips back. Inhale, sweep it forward, take an up dog, press to your down dog. Inhale, lift the heels, switch the gaze between the hands and hover. And then lower the knees down, shift the hips back, sweep it forward, but this time we're going to come down to our abdomen and hands underneath the shoulders, chin to the mat. Little cobra pose, press all 10 toes into the mat and lift the heart. Slide the heart forward, tuck the elbows, and lower. You can take your arms by your side, rest your head on its left side, lift the legs and windshield wiper side to side. You can also twirl the ankles, give yourself a little movement there. And then lower back down, hands underneath the shoulders. This time I'm going to take my feet wide to take Cobra differently with a little less compression in the spine. On the inhale, press all 10 toes in, lift the heart and slide the heart forward, tuck the elbows. Nice deep breath in, and on the exhale, lower and rest your head on the right side, arms by your side, and bend your knees, windshield wiper. Twirl the ankles. And lower them back down. Chin comes back to center, hands underneath the shoulders. Lift yourself back up, press your hips back. Nice deep breaths. All right, so let's come back to tabletop. Little cat-cow. And then walk the hands back towards the knees, shift the hips to the heels. Inhale, arms up, lift the body up. Exhale, lower. Lower the hips. Inhale. This time we're going to take the arms up parallel to the ears as our body rises, and then on the exhale, we're going to sweep the arms back and take a bow. Inhale, swing the arms forward and up and back. Exhale, sweep them back. You can even sigh out the mouth. And reach up. And lower the arms. All right, come back to your table. Curl the toes under. Shift back to down dog and walk the hands to meet the feet. Forward fold. Inhale, roll up. Arms come up. Palms touch and palms come to heart. All right, so we're going to do breath of joy. So breath of joy is a wonderful breath. So I like to do it in 2 breaths, and it looks like this. It's an inhale, an exhale, an inhale, and as you come down on the exhale, you're going to let the arms go and hide out the mouth. So it's going to go like that. And you can do it as loud as you want. You can go if that's what you feel and you need to release. All right, so we're going to do it 3 times. This also wakes up the subtle body. It feels really good. And you'll want to do it again, I'm sure. All right, so we're going to do 3 times. Take a nice deep breath in and inhale up. Exhale, inhale. Inhale. Exhale, inhale. inhale, exhale, inhale, and reach up. You can close the eyes and then float the arms down. And then from here, let's come back to the top of the mat. Take a nice deep breath in, arms come up, palms together, forward fold, palms together all the way down. Let's take a half lift here to lengthen the spine, pull the navel in and tilt the tail. Exhale, plant the palms, step both feet back, drop the knees, shift the hips back. Walk the hands back and shift the hips to one side so that we can find the center of our mats and bring the arms behind you so you can windshield wiper your legs back and forth. So you can also take the legs wide. All right, so in this position, we're going to take the knees to one side and take them as far down as you can. You can shift the body. And then we're going to switch it to the other side. And then come back to center, bring the feet back to center. And we're going to take a descend all the way down. So pull the navel in, ground the toes, gently come down. Slowly, slowly. Come all the way down. Take a full body stretch, lengthen the legs, reach over your head, and then bring your arms by your side, bend the knees. All right, take a nice deep breath in and we're going to reach forward, lift the shoulders and come back down. Inhale, lift. Come back down on the exhale, inhale, lift. And exhale, come down, bring the knees into chest and rock it out. Hands can come to the tops of the knees for knee circles. Both directions. And then float the soles of the feet back down. Let's do a supine pigeon. We're going to take that right ankle to the left thigh, weave the hands underneath that left thigh, interlace the fingers, and you can take the leg up, flex both feet, and gently pull towards you. And then bend the left leg if you've taken it up to the sky and feel that stretch change. So you can leverage that right elbow by gently pressing that leg away and then bringing that left leg towards you. Again, lift, straighten out that left leg, pull that leg towards you. And then lower it back down so it's parallel to the floor. Gently pull again and release. Windshield wiper. Come back to center, left ankle to right thigh. Weave the hands underneath that right thigh. Interlace the fingers, flex both feet. Take that right leg up to the sky and draw that leg towards you. Drop the shoulders down. Slight tuck of the chin. A breath here. And then bend the knee of that right leg. Parallel that leg to the mat and pull gently and slowly. Tuck the chin if you feel it's popped up. Again, lengthen that right leg to the sky, a gentle pull towards you. Lower it back down and then release both legs, windshield wiper back and forth. Take the arms into a T, and we're going to take a twist here. Let's take the knees to the right side and take the gaze over to the left side, and then bring that right ankle to the top of the left thigh. If you want to take a deeper twist, gazing over to the left side, Nice deep breaths. And then come back to center. Release the legs, windshield wiper side to side. And then take the knees to the left side body. Take that left ankle to the top of the right thigh and gaze over to the right side. Nice deep breaths. Feel the ease and the joy of your body, your breath, and your movement. The peace in your mind as you bring the legs up, back to center, and windshield wiper side to side. All right, arms by your side. Take the legs up to the sky. Option here to assist with your hands behind your thighs and gently draw those legs towards you. So notice I am gently pulling and releasing, pulling and releasing, and then holding, and then float the feet back down to the mat. Take a nice deep breath in. We're going to lift the hips up. Arms come up over the head. Option to stay here and lift the heels, and then lower everything back down. Arms come back down. We'll repeat. Inhale, lift the hips up, arms over the head. And you can lift the heels and lower, and everything comes back down. Take the knees into chest. And then tighten into a little ball. Release, full body stretch. And then bring your arms by your side. You're going to bend the knees and then gently roll over to your right side. Just to feel yourself cradled. And then walk your hands so that you can sit up. And then leave one leg up so that you can rest your dominant arm on it. And we're going to do alternate nostril breathing. So we're going to take the two fingers, take it to your third eye. And then we're going to plug the right nostril and left nostril with the pinky or your ring finger, whichever is comfortable for you. So you can take the index fingers and middle finger, rest it on your third eye. We're going to plug the right one. You can close your eyes. On the inhale, we're going to inhale from the left side. Exhale through the left. And breathe again. So from the left. And now we're going to switch. Plug the left and exhale. Inhale. From the right nostril. Exhale, switch. Exhale, left nostril. Inhale, left nostril. Plug the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Plug right. Exhale through left. Just one more cycle. Inhale through left. Plug. Exhale through right. Inhale through right. Exhale through left. And release. And gently just notice how you feel and find yourself back on your back. Bring the knees into chest. Take a full body stretch if you'd like. And lower the arms by your side or anywhere that feels good to you. You can bring the arms over your head, let the toes fall open, inviting you to close your eyes and feel the gratitude for your practice and how it makes you feel. At any time, you can bring your arms by your side if you'd like, or you can place your hand, one on your heart and one on your abdomen. So bring yourself to that comfortable place of ease and joy, that no matter what's happening, you are the peace, and the peace ripples into the collective. The love ripples into the collective. It all begins with you. I am ease. I am joy. I am safe. I am loved. I am courageous. I am grounded. I am where I'm supposed to be, fully supported through all aspects of my life. And remember, you can stay here as long as you'd like. If you're practicing at the comfort of your own, in the comfort of your own home, stay there as long as you'd like. Begin to wiggle the fingers and wiggle the toes, deepening the breath. Bending the knees, rolling over to one side and gently pressing yourself back up to seated. Beginning right where we began, hands at the heart. To seal class together today, join me in bringing our prayer hands to our third eye to remind us to think kindly and compassionately and send that out to the collective. To our lips to remind us to speak kindly and compassionately. Whatever words of kindness we send them with love to the collective. And to our hearts is a reminder to live life through intention, through love, through joy, through inner strength, wisdom, courage, compassion, and grace.